A bird's note on Fatale or Fatale. There's an E at the end. So we may wonder how this is read. However, the most important thing is that it is fatal. Hilary Swank as Detective Val would give so much to a movie normally. I mean, think $1 Million Baby and Boys Don't Cry, films that have made history. I'd say especially Boys Don't Cry. But here, alas, I would agree with one critic that was disappointed and criticized her performance. And overall, the movie has not made a wonderful impact. The Metascore, which is the average impression of the relevant critics. Relevant critics would be from the New York Times, Variety, Entertainment Weekly, The Guardian, Washington Post, so on. So, not necessarily those mentioned would be here. Potolește-te! But such are the names. So what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but not in this particular case. Daryl Tyler, I guess that's the name of the main character, is a immensely successful businessman, agent involved in sports. He has a house, which makes, by the way, the movie is not rewarding. It's forgettable and to be avoided, actually. But if there is something in it, I would mention the house and the spectacular architecture. It feels like something I personally watch once in a while when I'm listening to an audiobook and I need to rest my eyes on something other than these fatal birds. I watch Australian Best Houses series and things like that. Splendid architecture, spectacular. This is the case here. He also has a car, Lamborghini I think it is, which is state of the art, creme de la creme. But then you don't watch a movie like this for this particular reason. You can have the aforementioned or a myriad other series that are dedicated to architecture. Here we're supposed to follow the plot, the line of the thriller and be captivated. I don't think we are, really. What we have here are quite a few cliches. There is complication added in the mixture so that we try and follow possibilities, think maybe this will happen, oh I think she will, he did this, therefore. But no. I mean, it goes along with this sort of note. By the way, this should be the target for my kind of thing. I mean, this is an irrelevant movie which would only need to be analyzed by notes which are watched by a handful of people, if any, because of its many flaws. So, in a way, it is preposterous to dismiss it. when in fact this is the symbiosis we need to rely on, nourish on. I mean, we should stay away, and I did stay away for quite some time from the major movies. I don't think I even have a note on The Godfather yet on my blog, because that's not that I can't say something about the horror of finding the head of the horse in the bed, and so on. And the family's Italian. I think of them, but it's massive. It's much above, as they say, our pay grade. So to return, they have a love affair, this agent and the woman in Las Vegas. There are signals there, red flags that something's going on when he wants to go home in the morning to his wife. He doesn't have the phone, and the phone is in the safe, and the code to the safe is with her, and she wouldn't give it to him. He has to come to bed for another round of coitus, and then he does leave, but there's a shock. Somebody breaks in. We think it's an attempted burglary. There's a fight there. Our hero, anti-hero, I agree with the critic, incidentally, who said that everybody's flawed in this movie. So whatever happens at the end, they all deserve it somehow, to some degree. I mean, not murder, not killing, but it's just that there is no real hero, no real good guy or good woman. So there's a fight. Our main character is bruised, beaten to some extent, but survives. And the police is investigating. Here I was thinking something I disliked. How on earth does it happen that when something criminal is is in the script of a movie, you have, I don't know, 20 police cars, and then they take over the Capitol Hill, the Congress of the US, and they have 50 policemen fighting, as one said, 15,000. And when they come late. I know the answer to that. There's a very stable genius. He didn't want to send a National Guard and whatever. There's more. I mean, they didn't think so. Let's leave it at that. But it still looks. I mean, it's a burglary, and you bring 20 cars. I don't know. Probably, perhaps. That's not the major flaw of the movie, and it happens in so many. It's much else, if not all else. So there's a surprise for the man with a huge house, splendid. Work of art, really. The detective in charge is Val, his partner in Vegas. And from here we have a complicated game with affairs, with cheating wife, with the past of this detective who is involved in a conflict over visiting rights for her child, she left unattended and was involved in a near fatal accident. Therefore, she was told to stay away from the child, and she's disputing it with her ex-husband. She says she will ask custody. And we discovered that she's been both decorated, appreciated for her work, but then disgraced. And people start dying, and who is it? What is it? Who will some challenges there, but overall, not really such a good movie.